5 minutes to go.
5 perc és kezdünk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final block will be held on the central tatami. And the first contest, bronze medal contest for women under 70 kg category.
Az érmes mérkőzéseket a középső 2-es számú szőnyegen láthatjuk. Az első mérkőzés bronzmérkőzés lesz női 70 kg-ban.
Budapest, be ready! 3 minutes to go.
Készüljünk, már csak 3 perc van a kezdésig.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear judo guests, on behalf of the International Judo Federation, Hungarian Judo Association, and from all the sponsors, welcome to the final block of the World Judo Championships, Hungary 2021.
Hölgyeim és uraim, kedves nézőink! A Nemzetközi Judo Szövetség, a Magyar Judo Szövetség és minden szponzor nevében nagy szeretettel köszöntjük Önöket itt, a 2021. évi Magyarországi Judo Világbajnokság 5. versenynapjának érmes mérkőzései.
Minute to go.
1 perc van a kezdésig.
Budapest, clap your hands!
Kedves nézőink, várjuk tapsal a sportolókat!
It's day 5 here in Budapest at the 2021 World Judo Championships, and this amazing city is once again playing host to yet another major judo tournament, and it lays the perfect backdrop for this incredible championships. And we've been treated to a judo fest, that's all I can say. Fantastic judo over the 5 days. Today we have had the under 70 kilos for ladies, the under 90s for men, and we're looking forward to an amazing final block. Joining me in the commentary position is Loretta Cusack-Doyle. Loretta, welcome. And we are going to have the most amazing final block. It's been great judo all day.
You're so right. For me, it's like been an emotional roller coaster, and still I'm sitting here. My stomach is churning, absolutely churning. There's a couple of athletes there that, because of the Olympic situation, that you're just really hoping, fingers and toes crossed for them.
Well, here they. These are the finalists here working out, getting ready for it, and getting ready for a massive final that, well, is going to be quite remarkable. We've got Matic and Ono there going through their paces, but they've got to do a contest almost before they get out here now.
Oh, definitely. It's when you see that, it was so different to what you see in the morning with the warm-up, isn't it?
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, and here we have the bronze medal matches before we get there, and we're going to have a little look and see how they got to the bronze medal position. Miriam Butkereit here of Germany, and she's going to be up against Sanne van Dijke of the Netherlands. Here's Butkereit. Let's have a little look how she made it to the bronze medal fight. First one up against Chanturia of Georgia. Big arm over the back here, and feeding through for the Uchimata, but just fell in to the hold down there. Chanturia made a mistake, actually. She tried for an uranagi, straight into the outside komi, held for the score. Rodriguez, Venezuela. Another ippon score here, and straight into the newaza. Turns for the Sangaku. She's looking to tie the arm off here, and then she turns directly into the hold down, gets the submission, and gets the ippon. That put her through to the quarterfinals. Against Barbara Matic, she lost by ippon, so had to fight in the final repechage match, and it was against Coughlin of Australia, and she just got it by 3 shidos. Let's have a look at this lady's route through. She's had an amazing day. Chantel Wright of the USA. Immediately on top, straight in for the shimiwaza, and Wright left her neck open, and it was a submission there to take her through. Gersak of Hungary. She had home support, of course. Big right arm was round the back, and that Tani Otoshi there finished it off. Megan Fletcher of Ireland. Massive hip movement there, big. Oh goshy, the arm underneath there. Look at the hips go across. She just finishes it off with the leg as well. That put her through to the semi-final against Ono Yoko of Japan. And Yoko Ono won by ippon, but Sanne van Dijke is going to be chasing the bronze medal now, I can tell you. Wow.
Well, what a lineup there of matches. But when you look at the head-to-head, the last time these got together was in 2019, and Butkereit was the winner, and that was in Osaka. So
Well,
lasting memories always go as a bonus, don't they?
They do, absolutely. But Butkereit, I'd say, well, you know, I've seen her fight so well in different Grand Prix, Grand Slams on the World Tour. I'd say just not quite at her best today, but she's been really grinding her wins out, and here she is still up there fighting for third place. But Sanne van Dijk, she's been on amazing form. I thought she was going to go all the way, actually.
Definitely. She's current European champion, and so she is on form and looking quite confident there as she came through that tunnel.
Yeah, we were saying earlier, actually, I was talking to Dennis van der Geest, and he was saying that she is going to cause all sorts of problems today, and she has done. So this should be, I mean, they've got both of them great records, and here they are. I think Sanne van Dijk will be a different kettle of fish, you know, than the last time Butkereit fought her. She's the European champion, and here we go.
It's about who can keep their nerve, isn't it, on this day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's nerve-wracking enough, isn't it, coming out to fight, but World Championships. Butkereit of Germany is in white here, and Van Dijk in blue. Oh, look at that, look at that. She opens it up there. Soto Makakomi. Got to be careful here, though, because Butkereit has been taking that leg out in Newaza. Van Dijk was Wazari up. Listen to the crowd.
I know, supporting her all the way here. What a change.
Oh, she's in the hold down, Van Dijk. She's in the hold down, and she turned that out, didn't she? And turned it to her advantage. Van Dijk is holding Butkereit, and she holds up for the 10 seconds that was needed. She had the Wazari, and wow, what a turnaround was that?
Amazing turnaround. The last time I saw that was Sally Conway at the Olympic Games.
Yes,
and
she did exactly the same,
exactly
didn't she?
Same.
Yes, indeed she did. Wow. Well, for the non-judoka out there, that was one of the ways you can win. Hold your opponent down for 20 seconds, actually, without a score on the board. 10 seconds if there is a score. Strangle or arm lock for a submission. And then, of course, all the throws that we have that can throw them on their back. But we'll point those out as we carry on. But that was amazing stuff from Van Dijk, and Van Dijk is the bronze medalist.
Well, consistent win, isn't it? She is a consistent athlete overall. She came out, she was very confident.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned how confident she is. She knew, didn't she?
Pointing the finger at all the doubters.
Yeah, she knew.
Well, there's the emotions, the release, as always.
Isn't this the best moment? You come out there, all the work that you've done with your coach, everything comes together. Wow, what an opener there. She came out, all guns blazing. Look at this, Soto Makakomi there, and she just takes Butkereit down and has her leg trapped, first of all. Let's just have a look at the throw again. Glad that wasn't done on me. I tell you, my knees were screaming then. Absolutely.
I don't think I would resist it, to be honest.
No, I don't think I would either. Takes her onto her side to get the score. So that was a Wazari scored. And then Butkereit looks as if she was going to try and get that leg out. Ha! And Van Dijk turns her over, holds her with Yoko Shiokatami. She had to separate herself from the legs. So it's only the upper part of the body that they control, and she did such a good job there. And like you just said, Loretta, she turned a loss there into, a win for her.
Definitely. When you could see she was just trying, she had that real sense, and she got the timing perfect. As the exchange of that leg coming out, she managed to turn just at the crucial point. Excellent turnaround.
Wow, we start with an ippon. That's always a good sign.
Oh, it gives you a good feel, doesn't it?
No, it does.
You just feel that the day's going to go really well. And my nerves are churning just right now, absolutely
Well,
churning.
like theirs as well. This is where the
gosh.
finalists get to have their judogis checked for size, make sure that it's an official judogi and that the belt has to be the right length. Everything has to be. That machine there, it has to be at least that width up the sleeve right the way up as well. You can't have it tapered. Not anymore, anyway.
You know all about that, Neil, don't you?
No, nothing. Deny it. Second bronze medal match then, and this is about Megan Fletcher of Ireland coming out here, and Michela Polleres, who's going to be representing Austria. What can you say about Megan Fletcher? I mean, everybody is talking about Megan Fletcher coming out here. It'd be the best ever result for Ireland.
Yeah, she's such. They've actually had they've had 4 head-to-heads, and it's been 3-1 now, obviously to Polleres. But when you look at the track, neither one of them had a world medal. And for me, Megan is one of these that she's just put the work in. She's always been thereabouts. The best result that she got was obviously in Marrakesh back in 2019, where she actually picked up the silver medal. That's her best ever result.
Well, let's have a look how she got there. Megan Fletcher, first flight against Nanova, and she does the pinewood roll, or the control of the midsection first, and then climbs it over into the hold down. It looks very fundamental and basic. It's won them hundreds of contests from the Pinewood Club, and that's where she's from. Unbelievable. Here up against Timo of Portugal. Watch this. Exactly the same situation here. Ties up the midsection with the belt. Look at the grip there. And Timo made a mistake. She just stayed there too long. Thought she was going to get out here. Megan Fletcher keeps hold of the head, keeps control, and never lets it go. Timo just watches the seconds tick away, and yeah, right the way up to 20 seconds. Against Van Dijke, of course, she loses by ippon, but then she wins by ippon against Patella. Very experienced judoka, and look at this, into the Yushiro Kesakatame, and you can see absolute panic there from Portela, and she's holding up. And it's the most frustrating thing. You can see it all the way through this as they're counting the seconds up. And look at that, Megan Fletcher can't believe it. And Kieran Ward, her coach, also can't believe it. Polleres of Austria, brilliant judoka and so physically strong. Here she is against Barnabu. What an ouchi that was to polish that one off, and Barnabu so experienced. Against Kim Sin-yong. Kim as well had been on the world rostrum. Straight on top there for the Wazari, just drove her back. Against Coughlin of Australia. Coughlin just kept the head up just that little bit too long, and she was on it, and well, that Koshi Jimmy there, she just chases it around, gets the leverage, and in the end Coughlin had to submit. Loses by a Wazari to Barbara Matic, who's in the final. We're going to see her in a minute against Ono. She lost in the semi-final. That means she comes directly down to fight for third place. So what a semi-final, what a bronze medal match, sorry, we're going to have.
It is going to be, where both of them are expertise in the Newaza, but if anybody's, we call it the Pinewood roll, that we saw that Megan Fletcher is an expert at, and you can only describe it as turning your waist size from a size 10 to a size 6, and your rib cage tends to go up where your throat is. It is the most uncomfortable thing, so those athletes that were on the receiving end of that today, my heart goes out to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you can take a little bit too lightly, can't you, until they've got it on, and then once they start to climb over. This lady, though, what a defense she has. I mean, she's got such power and such good defense, and she is so physically strong. Yes. So let's see how this unfolds. Should be a good battle. Let's hope it's a battle of Newaza. We've seen some great Newaza at these World Championships so far. Megan Fletcher of Ireland coming out. She'll be wearing white. Michaela Polleres of Austria in blue.
It's about getting that grip first, isn't it, and the control.
Yeah, it's always a little bit tentative, isn't it, with the grips, and right against left makes it particularly difficult to catch that sleeve. They normally struggle. Fletcher straight in for the attack there. Well, it is, isn't it? Is it going to be a contest on the ground there? It's nice and tight with the neck.
Both of them are very competent down there, and they cannot relax.
Well, not for a second. And I tell you now that Megan Fletcher cannot put her head up for one split second. Polleres is so quick there with the catch.
I would say Polleres is most probably the stronger in the Tachiwaza, but I think the dominance would come from Fletcher and Newaza, so they've got two strengths there, but they're competent both ways, both Tachiwaza and Newaza, but they favour one to the other.
Well, Kieran Ward, who is a brilliant judoka himself, and he has been looking after some really great fighters. He's got some great fighters, and it's all working so well for him. To get this medal would be immense for Ireland.
Oh, definitely. But for Megan as well, she's worked so hard to this point.
She's got to get out of there, though. That pick up now, the Uranagi, that's what she's after. Well, Loretta nearly came off the chair then when that was happening.
Oh, this is nerve-wracking.
That's it. Going through the motions ourselves here up in the commentary position.
It's just so intense, isn't it? So intense.
Yeah, it's probably better in and out with the, if it's not going to throw, but those action-reaction ones, much better.
Oh.
Got to go in. Sumigaeshi there. She was on the belt, Fletcher.
Well, it's a very tight match, isn't it, between these two? You couldn't call it right now, could you?
No, just over, well, just halfway, and like you say, you couldn't. Doesn't it put a different feel to it, being a world medal match?
Oh, definitely. Well, for someone like Megan Fletcher, this is for her doing so well here. That's her qualification for the Olympic Games.
Well, that's amazing, isn't it? Yes. And of course, the Olympics just 3 weeks away.
That's
just,
it.
It's incredible. We've never had two world events so close together, and never had two world events actually on the same year. So now Fletcher is going to have to come back here now, because Polleres is ahead on attacks, and Fletcher has already got a penalty up there. And that's that little yellow dot that you can see up there on the board. 3 of them, and it's all over anyway. And it's they lose by default. So she can't afford any more. Now she's got to be careful. Oh, no, that's a score there for Polleres. Polleres takes her over for a Wazari.
Well, they're in the Niwaza and the legs caught at this moment, but we know Polleres is very strong in the Niwaza.
Well, this was a situation we saw change, didn't we, in the other match, but Fletcher being held down now. She's just got a hold of there, Polleres, for 10 seconds. It's nearly there, and it's a shame for Megan Fletcher. A bronze medal for Polleres of Austria.
It was a great fight, very intense, there's no doubt about it. And a well-deserved 5th place as well for Megan Fletcher. She'll be, I think, quietly she'd be pleased, and I think the fact that she's going to the games as well after all that work.
It was a good open match, wasn't it? Both of them were going for it. Fletcher realised that she had to go for it as well. Polleres in the end, just that little bit too strong, I think, but took her down for a wazari, and then, well, like you said, leg was trapped, took the leg out and held for the ippon. So credit to Polleres. That was a good win for her. Austria celebrate.
Oh, definitely. And that's 4-1 now as far as heads-to-heads are concerned. So
credit to Megan Fletcher, though. That was a terrific performance today. Went for the Kosoto, didn't she? And then got taken down. Countered onto the floor.
She just left herself too high, didn't she?
Yeah,
on
she
that
did.
grip?
She left herself too high. And, well, Polleres controlled the upper body there. She had her around the waist and also around the neck. Good tewaza, change of direction as well. The hips change direction. And look how she directs Megan Fletcher down to ground. Takes one leg out, and then, of course, the job is to get the other leg out. Watch it come out now. Just slides it out and into the hold down.
She made that look effortlessly, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. And then, of course, if she's got a score on the board there, or wazari on the board, it's just 10 seconds for the hold down.
Not a lot, is it?
No, it's not.
Not a long time.
Gone are the days when it was a 30-second hold down.
Oh, can you remember those days?
I
I can. Can be on the receiving end of 30 seconds as well.
Big smile. Big celebrations.
And a great outcome for Austria.
Absolutely. So here we go then with the final. Barbara Matic will be stepping out. She'll be wearing white. Matic representing Croatia, and Ono Yoko of Japan will be in blue. We're going to have a look and just check to see how they made their way through to this final. Both of them unbeaten, of course. Matic never stopped coming on, never stopped coming forwards, and she was searching out as well for the big techniques every time. Here against Drysdale Daly, it was Honsokamaki, 3 Shidos against her. This second one up against Jaga, and she searched this all the time. Look how she feeds the leg through, and then second stab takes her over for a wazari. Against Butkereit of Germany. Now, I said that she was too tall for the Uchimata. She proved me wrong. Fed the leg through, and look at that. Straight the way over, and Butkereit could do nothing about it. She did the same here against Polleres. Feeds the leg through first of all, changes the hips and the supporting leg, and gets the score in golden score. It was 3.5 minutes into golden score. It was an epic battle, but in the end, Matic is in the final. Ono. She also has a superb uchimata, but she has incredible newaza, incredible groundwork. Here's her first match, second round. In fact, she had a bye in the first round, and it's against the Ukrainian Kristyakova, and she just works her way around the legs there for the Yoko Shihogatami. Kristyakova couldn't do anything about it. She even just hotches her back into the area. Third round match, Gemma Howell of Great Britain. Again, feeds the leg through, second stab, takes Howell right the way over the top there. Support leg as well was almost on the outside. Maria Patella, Brazil. Another ippon for Ono. Look at this. Koshijimi, and she just has to climb round there. She has to get the leverage, and in the end, Patella had to submit. Semi-final, Sanne van Dijk. What a match this was. And again, in there for the shimiwaza, Sanne van Dijk. She was trying to turn away from it, but directly into the hold. Munigatami for ippon. So, are we going to see some newaza?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they were actually that good, were they? But when you actually look at the statistics and all the matches there, both of them have had a world medal. One's had a world title, and that was Barbara Matic. She was world champion, junior world champion back in 2014. And it's weird that her first match was against that goal that brought the final of that junior world championships was Drysdale of
that's
Jamaica.
Interesting, yeah.
So that was weird, that her first match when I saw that come up.
Head-to-heads, it's 1-0 to Ono, and she's also the oldest one on the Japanese team, so they've made her the absolute captain of the team.
Yeah, 31 years of age, and they thought in Dusseldorf back in 2018 in the final, that's when they last met, and that was where the win went to Ono.
So officiated by Orlando Cruz, and I'm sure he'll keep them under control. Matic is one of those fighters, isn't she, that just never stops and never gives up. She just plugs away all the time.
I remember her so well as a junior, and that uchimata was her forte. She was always, from a very young age, banging over junior athletes with that uchimata, and it's still nice to see it.
Well, this is a slow walkout, isn't it?
Swagger, isn't it?
It's kind of a swagger, yes. It's funny how people I was talking to Dennis Van der Geest about how you walk out of that tunnel, and it's either absolute fear. Well, I can't do that. I can't run out there. I never could run. I'd always crawl out.
I was exactly the same.
So you get dragged out there. No, actually, I was all right. Once I come out and started the walk, I was all right. Here we go then. The world final, under 70 kilos category. Barbara Matic of Croatia against Yoko Ono of Japan. Ono in blue. Good start there, Matic.
Oh, straight back up onto her feet.
Yeah, she's not going to stay down there for very long. So that's probably the tactics here, everybody, that Matic will not want to go to ground with Ono, one of the best newaza people I know. That was a nice attempt as well. That's 2-0 up there for attacks. Look at this now. She's looking for the turnover here. Ono straight in for the attack. Matic has got to get out of there. That's the second turnover that we've just seen. Didn't quite have the upper part of the body, and look how she went onto the arm there.
Straight away, didn't she? She's very quick in the newaza. But Barbara's very prepared for this, isn't she? She's well prepared.
Well, a lot of it's going to be tactics, isn't it? I mean, you fight to your strongest technique. She's got to get up, can't stay there. She stayed there again now, and just gives an opportunity for Ono. But on the other side of that as well, Ono will have to attack as well from a standing position.
Yeah, we're still to see an attack from Ono at this moment. She's been very busy in the Niwaza, but has been just on the defense in the Tachiwaza, looking to get that sleeve.
Good Ashiwaza there. Attack on the front leg of Matic. And that's the way she sets up her Uchimata, of course, Ono. Look at the defense there of the hip. So upright, aren't they, with their stance, and then just breaks the attack of Matic by thrusting her hip forward.
Yeah, they very rarely put one foot slightly more in front of the other. It's just more of the hip movement.
Yeah, it is. Just
feeting.
crack it off with the hip. Matic playing a good match so far, almost halfway. One warning to the coach there, shouting during the fight while they're actually fighting. Can't do that. Strong gripping from both of them.
You see Ono looking at the sleeve grip to avoid the arm coming deep over on the back.
Yeah, again, looking for the right opportunity. Is she going to go Obatori? So, still no opportunity for Ono on the ground, and she can't be far off a Shido here for not attacking. Are they going to allow the Newaza attacks as an attack?
Well, you would actually think they should, because it is part of the... but
often they don't, do they?
They don't.
No.
That's the problem, that they should do. Especially if it's really engaging in a lot of turnovers and looking for openings. It's just as busy as the Tachiwaza.
Yeah, so she gets the Shido. Thought it was coming, so she really will have to take the initiative. Great aerial view there. That camera, worth its weight in gold. And she can't do that too often either, Matic.
Can't afford to turn her back on her opponent, not for 1 second.
She's looking for the Uchimata here, looking for the way in. And I'm talking Ono. Ono just looking for that line in. Shido for Matic, but holding the end of the sleeve for too long. It's got to be a traditional grip. And then in for the attack. If it's non-traditional, then they've got to go in almost immediately. Watch her feed the leg in here, Ono. Oh, look at that. She's taken her down here. Matic is up. Matic scores a Wazari. Look at Matic there. She's crawling out of the area here. And look, Ono, has she got the shimiwaza? Has she got the strangle on? Because Matic was crawling out of the area. That is definitely underneath the neck there. And this is her last chance, Ono, because the seconds are ticking away. Can she get the leverage here? Last 7 seconds, seconds ticking away. Matic must be looking up at the clock. Matic has done it.
She's done it, my goodness. I didn't think she would manage to hang on for that length of time. I held my breath for that time and I thought I was going to pass out.
Well, I think she nearly did, but that was amazing stuff from Matic. I'm not sure whether her eyes were looking at that clock there, and she was thinking, I can hold this off. She was a Wazari up, and Ono was on her for a shimiwaza. She had her underneath the neck, and wow, that was unbelievable. Incredible stuff.
Well, that was an amazing finish. That really was.
Yeah, it was just an incredible finish. Matic is the world champion. Wow, what can you say about that? Her tactics were absolutely faultless.
It's just if she'd got that score earlier on, then we could have seen a turnaround. But she had caught that Wazari. The timing was perfect. It was just the only difficulty was that going down into the Niwaza and having that shimmy waza on. Oh.
Yeah, there was the score. Tanio Tosh takes her for a Wazari. Look how she takes her back there. Takes her onto her side here. 41 seconds to go. And there, oh no, she knows she's going down here. And I hope that we can see how Ono almost catches her. Are we going to see it? I hope so. Not just see the score, but, well, it was just as good that Matic here, she's under pressure. Ono is trying everything to get that strangle. It's underneath the neck. She's trying everything she can. Matic, I'm sure, is on that clock there. She watches the seconds tick away, and then it's all over.
It did look at that last little exchange when she tried to correct with the shimiwaza, that it then went onto the chin. I think at the beginning it was under, and then just at the last stage when she tried to get more leverage, it popped up onto the chin. So she was pretty lucky, really.
Wow, that was amazing. What an amazing final. What an amazing category. Wow, we've got to catch our breath. Here we go now for the men's under 90 kilograms. We're going to come out here and we're going to have a look at the under 90 kilos finalists. Sherazadishvili, world champion 2018.
Yes, that's correct. I was there. I loved watching it. It was so good. But what height this man is, the leverage that he has with it has a wide range of technical skills.
Yeah, and this man here, I tell you what, we've been looking at him at all the Grand Prix, all the Grand Slams, and we've been saying this guy here could win a major title. He can explode from anywhere, and if Sherazadishvili doesn't pull him down, and if he does a poor attack, he's going to pay the price.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's have a look at the bronze medalists then, and the bronze medalists are just about to come out, and we're going to see their run through as well. And Gulgat Atkanbangar of Mongolia is up against Christian Toth of Hungary. And the crowd are going to go nuts here. Toth is number 4, and Gulgat of Mongolia is ranked at number 20. Never met before.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, actually, with the World Tour. Here we go. Gulgat stands there, eyes closed, trying to concentrate. Let's have a look at his way through here. Ipon against Bobonov of Serbia. Feeling the Uchimata, and then just changes the direction for the Yoko Otoshi. Brilliant. Wazari against Klamet of the Czech Republic. And a massive hip movement there. Didn't quite put him on his back. It was so close. Machado. Honsokamaki, 3 Shidos for Machado. Gulgat goes through. Loses by Ipon to Sherazadishvili. And here he is in his final repechage match against Foulet. Takes Foulet onto his side here for the Wazari. And that was enough to qualify him for the bronze medal match. Home favourite here. What a favourite he is. Toth Ipon against Sherov of Kyrgyzstan. Shido apiece, one Wazari on the board, and a massive Ipon there from Toth. Wazari against Han of Korea. So big, massive Surigoshi off the belt there. Han goes down. and it was in golden score. Wazari against Nyman of Sweden. 2 shidos on the board already to Nyman, but it was Sodisura Kumigoshi on the left there. Scores a Wazari again. It was 2 minutes into golden score. Loses by Wazari to Bobonov, who we're going to see in a second in the final. So he goes down automatically to fight for 3rd place, and I can tell you now it's going to be amazing atmosphere.
Deafening atmosphere, I think. Well, the last time that Toth won a medal in the World Championships, that was a silver in 2018. But it's also, not in 2018, 2014, the same year that he won the Junior World Championships.
Wow, that's amazing. And it happens, I was saying that a lot today. I said a lot of the Junior World Champions come through automatically and kind of cause havoc in the senior ranks. Saw a couple today. Listen to the crowd. Toth has not only got the fight, but he's got everybody behind him here in this stadium. Well, everybody up in their stands anyway.
Well, the closest Gulgat's got to a world medal was a 7th place. And that was back in 2017. Never had a world medal. He'll be really wanting this world medal here today. But, like you say, he's not only competing against Toth, he's competing against this crowd.
Yeah, he's got the whole lot, hasn't he? Right, here we go then. Gulgat in white and Toth of Hungary. You'd never guess that, would you? In blue. Sleeve lapel, he's got amazing Seanagi Toth. He's on better form actually today than I've seen him for a long time. I think a lot of the athletes though have been struggling last 18 months for obvious reasons.
Every time I've seen him compete, he's always looked on form when he's at home. He's
yes,
had
well, that's a good point, isn't it? You know, some people, it is a pressure, an extra pressure, but for him, certainly it helps him. They're going to get a shido apiece here. So 1 shido each. Big left arm of Gulgat. Look at that, right the way over the top there, looking for the Uchimata. And he was right on that arm there, Toth. Well, all the hierarchy of the Hungarian Judo Federation, everybody up there, hoping that he wins yet another medal. There's the Uchimata there. What a rangy fighter Gulgat is. You know what, I was coming through into the training area today and seeing the size of them, and I thought, oh, 90s would not have been good for me. You know, they're huge.
He just he shadows Toth here, doesn't he?
Right against left. Look at that W effect with the legs there, but the other thing is this sleeve is very difficult to catch for both.
You're having to really overreach yourself, and then you're sacrificing your body as well, your balance.
It's difficult, isn't it, to catch it, you know, when you're fighting an opposite stance, and quite often it can lead to penalties. But he'll have to start to rotate through Toth, because it's Gulgat going over with that arm, causing him problems. And now the hips go through.
Like you say, it's Gulgat's arm that's coming over the top, that's just slowing the pace of entry for Toth.
Yeah, it's not the right position either.
No.
It's just off. And we talk about balance sometimes. Toth is definitely going to get another Shido now, any second now, because he's ducking the arm all the time. And Gulgat just needs to put a couple in. But saying that, you can never write him off, can you?
You can't. He keeps going. He's got a big heart. There's no doubt about his condition. You've seen him in that situation quite a few times. And at the end, he still digs in.
Well, he looks like he's down and out, doesn't he? He looks like he's out of it. And then he'll produce something. And Gulgat, well, managed to catch the sleeve there. That left arm of Gulgat plays a big part. Now then, he attacked the arm there, and he attacked the arm to snap it off, and it could be Hansokamaki that for the Mongolian. He actually took hold of the wrist and he went against the elbow.
He actually had
I'm
the
telling
wrist,
you now that is a really bad thing to do. He went against the arm. They will Hansokamaki him for that, and it'll be well, the place will erupt. It's gone to video referee. The referee supervisors will all have to agree, but as a referee supervisor myself as well, I know that that's the way they're going to go. And of course, oh my God! Well, I can't. Well,
no,
wow.
I can't believe that.
No, I thought they were going to go that way. I really did. I thought that they were saying, well, that is against the elbow. And probably what they will say is that it wasn't a throw. But there was no penalty given either, was there?
No, there was no penalty. And plus, there was the action of bracing on the elbow.
So, Shido apiece there, and Gulgat lives to fight another day.
Well, there was a couple of good Seoinage moves there from Toth, so that keeps the Wolves from the door as far as being passive in this contest.
Two Shidos now up to Gulgat.
This changes the dynamics of this match. When you're two Shidos down, you've got to open yourself up.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? And Gulgat is opening up here. Now Toth has got to stay on top as well with the amount of attacks that he does. He's absolutely dwarfed. That arm finding its place every single time over his back. Golden score. Any score now, and that can be a throw or one more penalty up there to Gulgat. Yeah. So Gulgat cannot make one mistake.
It's just so intense right now, isn't it? Whoa!
Well, that was almost no-handed, wasn't it? Seoinage there, he pops in right between the legs. And, well, he tries to get forward momentum out of it. We'll have another look at that in a second, I'm sure. But Gulgat had to do gymnastics to get out of that. There's the Seoinage. Gulgat tries. Oh, wow. Great big hip movements, left and right. Some coming from Gulgat, some from Toth. What a match.
It's turned out to be very exciting, isn't it? Because one has to open up, which creates more opportunity now, doesn't there?
Both starting to blow a little bit now. Looking for the Uchimata all the time there, Gulgat. He doesn't want to go in, does he? Because he doesn't want to be Sakaishi. That's it, that's it. Oh, now then that might score. That might be the Wazari. What a brilliant change of direction there as well.
It was, definitely.
From Toth. The score hasn't gone up yet. Now, they'll have to decide as to whether that was all one movement.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it was one movement, but they haven't given it. Wow, this is one time when I'm glad I'm not referee supervising. My goodness, how difficult. And again, the Uchimata. And he's holding on. Toth, for me, that is total defense and should be penalized. Look at this. There's the change of direction. Like one movement, but...
Yep. Just a different direction, wasn't it?
Well, but the thing is, in the rules, it says you can't change direction.
Oh, right, so that's
the
point.
The point is, right, that did change direction. And if it hadn't, then if it's same direction, then it's okay. So I can guarantee you that most of the people in here don't know that. But I didn't notice the total change of direction for it. Referee supervisor's correct. It's just the crowd that don't think so. He went between the legs again then, didn't he?
It was so close.
Very close. It didn't get the landing. Watch the change of direction. And it was a good technique, wasn't it? Tanya Tosh over to the side. Then Tolga gets penalised and it's all over. Toth is the winner. And they'll all be saying, Loretta, that for sure that should have been a score, and I didn't realise it changed direction.
Yeah, I think you're right, but looking at the replay, it's spot on what the care system did. And the commission. Well, he definitely had to work for that one way or another, didn't he?
He did. Another world medal there for Christian Toth.
But sadly, Gontuga has to take 5th place to go with the 7th that he's already got, so he still hasn't got that world medal.
This man here never stops coming forwards. What a heart he has. Look at that, his little boy, look. Or is it little boy? Yes, his little boy coming out there. Family can celebrate with him. How lovely is that?
Oh.
Wow. And that is what this is all about. Family first. But that was an important moment for him as well.
Couldn't get any more better build up to the next, which is the games, huh? But this year he's had a brilliant year. He was at European Championships, he got a bronze. Antalya, he was bronze medal. Tashkent, a bronze medal. Tel Aviv, a bronze medal. Now a world bronze medal. Great lineup of medals there.
Oh, it sets him up, doesn't it, nicely for the Olympic Games. You know, I think for the ones that are developing through or progressing through certain conditioning, I think that some of them are using this.
Yes, and in some ways this is an ideal sort of preparation sort of stage for them. Can't get any stronger of an event than the World Championships.
No, absolutely. Terrific match. It's set the tone, it really has. Everybody's warmed up now.
Lovely.
What a lovely picture that is. Proud of his dad.
Who knows, 20 years' time we might be seeing him on this stage. Well, I most probably won't be around, but...
Yeah, we probably will. Here we go, the finalists get their judogis checked. warm-up should have been done. And yeah, all ready to go. Sherazadishvili ready, and just takes a big breath there. He knows that this man is dangerous. It should be a great match, though. He can come from anywhere, this guy. Yeah, he really can. And well, opposing styles, but should be really exciting. Okay, so we're leading in now to the second bronze medal match then. Marcus Nyman of Sweden up against Kata Nagasawa of Japan. See their world rankings up there. The world rankings do mean something, because if they can get the world rankings up, especially if they're at 14 and 11, if you can get into the top 8, then it can seed you really well for the Olympic Games, all right? So that's what they're heading for. 3 matches each, head-to-head?
Yep. Nagasawa was sort of in the driving seat with that. The last time he had a world medal was a bronze back in 2018, Nagasawa.
This is Nyman's way, Ippon, in his first round match up against Schwittinger of Liechtenstein, and here he goes straight into the Osai Komi. We've seen him do it so many times. His newaza, sublime. Second match, also Ippon against Polleres of Estonia. Sumigaeshi! Wow, didn't he make that look easy? Ippon against Ostapurian of Tajikistan. Again, newaza. How many contests does that man win in newaza?
He is so strong, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Time and time again.
Interesting to see if Nagasawa will go into newaza with him.
Yep, it will be. Third round, now into the quarterfinals. Loses by a wazari to Christian Toth. Honsokamaki against Bozbayev.
Road to the bronze for Nagasawa Kenta.
Nagasawa Kenta japán versenyzőinek bronzmérkőzésig vezető útját láthatjuk.
Nagasawa Kenta, Ippon against Max Stewart of Great Britain. Just needs to get the legs out there. Again, newaza winning through. Are we going to see a newaza match here? Looks like there's a possibility. Ippon also against Mungai of Italy. Uchimata! Oh, what an Uchimata that was. Fed the leg through there and full commitment. His head almost touched the floor. Wazari against Fule of Mauritius. Also Tagari just manages to turn out there. Loses by Ippon to Sherazadishvili in the semi-final, and but now here he is fighting in the bronze medal match. Should be a good one, shouldn't it? I'm looking forward to this, because I think we'll see the Japanese trying to throw, but hopefully they won't be afraid to go to newaza.
No, I don't think they will. I think they both fancy themselves as being able to defeat their opponents in the newaza, but it's who's going to be down there first, that's the thing. Nagasawa with that Uchimata, though, he is dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, they are such big throwers, aren't they? The Japanese squad, every one of them has something that can throw for Ippon, even the newaza specialists.
But Nyman, he's done extremely well. The build up to this competition. He was a gold medalist in Antalya and in Tbilisi this year. Very familiar with being on a top spot.
Yeah, he's had a great run through, hasn't he? Great form. So Nyman against Nagasawa, second bronze medal match in the under 90 kilos category. Nyman in white here, representing Sweden, and Nagasawa in blue, representing Japan.
Well, first hands on is Nagasawa. He's able to get that sleeve grip.
Well, when Sherazadishvili got his big arm over the back of Nagasawa, he didn't like that. Nyman needs to try and maul him, really, rather than play judo with him. And that's what he does, Nyman. So he needs to revert to that. Grip him hard, fight him hard. And he's having his sleeve dominated at the moment here, Nyman. Which means that Nagasawa is going to go in with his big technique.
Yeah, you can see him building it up. He's got that high collar inside grip. He's got the sleeve, he's bracing him out, and he's setting the hips up to come through.
Just finding the way forward, isn't it? The way in. Just slotting into that place.
Like you say, the best option is to come right over the top and clamp him down, not to allow him have any room to maneuver.
Well, it's the posturing as well, isn't it? Look at the posturing of Nagasawa. Very upright, very good defence. There's the arm over. Now then, think he heard us?
I think so.
And Nyman now will want to drag him into the centre.
Well, tactically, if Nyman can come over the top and break him down, slow the pace and not create any room for any manoeuvring, Nagasawa will start to panic, I think.
Yeah, panic is a good word, isn't it? And you do panic, don't you? You know, when it's just not going, when they're not playing your game.
That's it, they don't get to play their game. You change the dynamics of the match completely.
Well, I think when you watched Sherazadishvili fighting him, you'd think, well, that's the way to do it, and that's what Nyman's doing there. Now then, it's going to be the newaza. Hand in belt. Let's hope the referee... Oh, I was going to say, just let him just start it off.
Yeah, it was very quick on the mate there, wasn't he?
Well, what is interesting for me is that Nyman looks like he doesn't want to lose this, instead of going out there to try and win it. Now he's starting. Samagesh! That was close. That was the closest.
Strongest move so far. And the closest of getting into newaza where they can do something.
Yeah, I think that what he's trying to do here, because he knows Nagasawa's got a bit of newaza as well, a bit of groundwork, and I think what he's trying to do is have it on his terms with the groundwork, and so he's looking for the right opening. Now watch this. Again, like I say, looking for the right opening. He needs to start to open him up. Second Shido up there for Nagasawa. They're both very tentative of each other. Sometimes we talk about an open fight where they're throwing bombs at each other, but this one's very closed. Oh, nice ouchi that was.
Nice Sutemiwaza there, he got the movement, just didn't get the finishing touch to it.
Yeah, not enough control of the upper part of the body. Again, Nagasawa just trying to get on the inside. That ouchi there, that snaky ouchi on the inside of Nyman's right leg. He's going to do that and then go in for the Uchimata so that he doesn't get countered. That's what he's afraid of.
Yeah, he's setting up for the Uchimata, but we're in golden score now. But when you've got the two Shidos on the board, I would have thought we would have seen a different change of pace now. A slightly different tactic for Nagasawa.
Yeah, that's what we want to see, isn't it? We want them to up the pace, up the ante that little bit, and doesn't want to lose by three penalties.
No.
And again, now then,
oh
yes, he's done it. Nyman has done it. Sumigeishi there, and Nagasawa went over. A second little stab at it was enough.
Well, I think he's quite happy with that, do you think?
I think so, yes. He seemed quite pleased.
Well, he did all the work right from the beginning, I think. I think he was the one that took direction with this contest, and he played it his game. It wasn't Nagasawa's game at any stage.
Yeah, like I said, it just got that feeling that he didn't want to lose it. He didn't want to make a big mistake, and he didn't want the Japanese to throw him, you know, and so he closed it down a little bit, chose his time, but a medal. Second medal for Sweden.
I know, they're doing
It's
really
amazing,
well,
isn't it? Wow, what a World Championships they're having.
Great boost of confidence.
Congratulations, first medal at the World Judo Championships.
Arm over the top, that's the one that causes Nagasawa problems, and that Sumigeishi there takes him over onto his side there, and he knew it had gone. Great control from Nyman, and wow, he did kind of celebrate. Brilliant stuff.
You can see the highlights of this bronze.
So it wasn't to be a groundwork contest. It was all about who could set up the right line for attack in Tachiwaza. Nyman of Sweden wins their second medal.
I think he played a perfect match there against Nagasawa. Just perfect. He played that well.
Just closed him down, didn't he? Closed him down, didn't allow him to have any opportunities for his big Uchimata.
And it wasn't a defensive tactic either. It was still engaging. He still had a sort of a movement there that he could, like with the takedown at the end, the cross grip. He knew exactly what he needed to put in and the style of judo he had to play in that match.
Wow, now for the final of the under-90s, and this is going to be an absolute cracker, I tell you.
It's going to be an absolute humdinger.
Sherazadishvili and Bobonov. And we all suspected that Bobonov could get to the final of a World Championships. We've watched him develop over the last couple of years. And of course, with Ilyas Iliadis in charge of that Uzbek team, what a massive difference he's made to that Uzbek team.
Oh, definitely, there's no doubt about it. I've followed him on the sort of Facebook channel, everything, and what he's doing. But saying that, I thought he was also making a comeback.
So first round, 3 Shidos, and he wins by default. Second round against Kazira, and massive hip movement there, takes him over for Ippon. Ippon also against Gulgat of Mongolia. Onto the belt again, then the Uchimata this time. As soon as he takes that belt, something's gonna happen. Semi-final up against Nagasawa. Same thing on the belt. Massive hip movement there. Nagasawa flies. Surigoshi, and he didn't have an answer. High concentration from Bobonov. Sakamaki against Moreau of Japan. That was the first round match. Against Kochman of Israel. Ippon. Drops Cianagi. Brilliant stuff there. Takes him down for a Wazari. Sodisura Kamigoshi. Kochman tries to resist. Goes over the other shoulder for a second Wazari. Ippon against Buzbeyev. Oh, massive pickup. And he just changes direction there. Buzbeyev couldn't do anything about it. Semi-final. Wazari against Christian Toth. Koshiguruma on the left. Toth goes over for a Wazari. And that was enough to take him through to the final. This is going to be a brilliant battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final. Men under 90 kilo.
World rank number 1 against the world rank number 13. Don't look at the 13 because I tell you now, Bobonov is up there and this is going to be amazing.
Definitely is. Some track record. Bobonov has not had a world medal though. That's the one thing he's looking for. A world medal, but he's guaranteed one now.
He's got one now, hasn't he?
Gold or silver,
yeah.
which one will it be? They've had two head-to-heads. Sherazadishvili is the one that is in the driving seat with 2 wins, and that was back in 2020 in Hungary and also in Paris Grand Slams. So it'd be quietly confident coming into this.
Well, I think he will be, and Polleres about to officiate here from Hungary, and he gets a big applause from his home crowd.
Please welcome the finalists. In white judogi, representing Spain, number 1 at the World Judo Ranking, 2018.
Sherazadishvili just strides out, ready to go, and I think it will be a different Bobonov that he fights in this this match. They walk in from different ends of the stadium. First time they've done that. So you don't have to look at each other as when they're in the tunnel. That's a big one, isn't it?
That's hard, isn't it?
That's a hard one to do.
Look, that doesn't give you confidence side by side with your coach, Iliadis. No, what does?
Well, we did ask him actually. We said, "What's the difference? Why the difference with the team?" He said, "Well, they didn't train. They train now," he said. So Sherazadishvili stepping out. He'll be in white. Bobonov, Uzbekistan, in blue. Watch out for the fireworks. Opened up the account there, didn't he, Bobonov? Sodisura Kamigoshi on the left.
A very cagey start for the Spaniard, isn't it? Very cagey.
It is. And well, the first attack, isn't it? A lot of the time, the biggest attack is the first one. They hit you with the big gun there, and if you can just avoid that, then you can start killing it for the second, third, and fourth attack. But Bobonov does left and right. He goes the other side as well. Look how he's wrapping that sleeve up. But he can't cross grip for too long. It's going to be a Shido here immediately for cross grip.
Yeah. Tactically, that's what he's doing, is keeping that sleeve down and avoiding it from coming over the top. Now here's the danger. Oh, I could sense that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can kind of feel it, can't you? You know, I'm watching this, and I'm kind of engrossed in the tactics of it, and got to remember that we've got to tell people what's happening here. But there, look at that big arm round the back there. Bobonov went in, just a little bit afraid.
That was like a half in, half out. Shall I not?
Yeah, so now Sherazadishvili gets a penalty. One Shido apiece up there. I think one of the hardest jobs is for the coaches to stay quiet, isn't it? When you know, especially while they're fighting, they can't shout things. Look at that, off the grip.
That was close. That was so close.
That was totally, as he was moving in there, he took the grip. He didn't have one grip on when he did that, Seanagi. Then both hands came on, and we saw him do it earlier a couple of times to get a score.
Just wasn't in deep enough, but that time he was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was there, yes. It's almost like he said, well, if you won't give me that, then I'll have to take it. And that was two hands snapping off that, I thought.
Yeah, that's another snap off that he's attempting.
Now, we haven't seen one attack from Sherazadishvili, not one. Arm round the back, and there he goes in again. Now he's got the hold down. He's got the hold down. And he's in trouble here, Bobonov. Oh, and he just manages to turn out. Turned out on 7 seconds. Well, he did everything right there, didn't he?
It was a lovely, nifty little move, though, wasn't it? They got him into the hold down, and how he managed to get out, well, just shows you all that training's paying off.
Wow. And he was so close as well with that attack. So all the strong attacks from a standing point of view coming from Bobonov. As soon as Sherazadishvili takes that arm over, he's going in. Watch him, he's going to go in again. That's going to be a Shido to Bobonov. But look how long he's on the belt.
Yes.
Count the seconds on the belt there. So I'm sorry, that's both.
Yeah, a Shido each.
For me, it's both. I think that Sherazadishvili, yeah, he wants to have a look at it. For me, Sherazadishvili was on the belt for too many seconds. Bobonov was definitely dropping as well. I think a Shido apiece would be the right thing to do.
Definitely.
You can't not give it. They've given it to Sherazadishvili.
Well, I'm surprised they gave it just one way. Like you said, there should have been a Shido both sides.
But what you can say is,
because he had the belt for too long.
Because he had the belt, he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Good decision.
Take that back.
Yes, video referees are working overtime.
Golden score. Goodness me.
Golden score.
Wow, golden score in this world final, under 90 kilograms. What a match. From a tactical point of view, there's the Seanagi again.
Sherazadishvili's got to do some work now, hasn't he?
He's going to have to. He's going to have to open up. He'll have to take a couple of chances. When he goes onto that belt, he'll have to throw it in. And again, was it a proper one? Was it a full-out attack? It'll just about count as an attack because of the rotation, but he'll have to make sure that the grip stays on. That wasn't proper, it wasn't full rotation.
Oof. He's getting close to the mark on those drops.
Yeah, close to the mark, just about getting away with it, just about. Well, you know, for me, Sherazadishvili is the one that's got to do something here. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
He hasn't had an attack. We haven't had an attack from him for a minute.
He's got to put one in, definitely. Bobonov, though, I'm not convinced in some of those drops.
No, absolutely not. But they're the nearest thing we've got.
Yes.
And the Sumigesh, that was, well, that was his get out of jail card.
Definitely,
It definitely was, wasn't it? Because he was going to get it.
He did need that. You're so right.
Not giving him a chance here, Bobonov, to get over that back of his with that big hand every time he does. Oh, that's it, is it? No. Oh, wow, well, how did he avoid that? For sure we thought the tip, didn't we? Bobonov went, no, I'm not going on my side, I'm not. So no landing there, and this fight is still on.
He's trying to tear them apart.
So comes in again, this time Koshi Garuma, and Sherazadishvili there, really trying for the tip. How he avoided that, I don't know. Second penalty up to Bobonov, and now it's all evens. It's anybody's match. It has been all the way through. Oh, Kosoto! Oh, what a mistake! What a mistake that was! Kosoto on the leading leg there. Oh my goodness me. That was huge.
That was fantastic. Brilliant finish to a great match.
Second world title for Sherazadishvili. And the first mistake, real mistake from Bobonov, because he thought, I'm going to go for this. Big Kosoto onto the front leg, and well, he realizes now the biggest mistake of his life.
That was definitely an oops moment for him.
An oops moment. I am really going to quote you on that. That is an oops moment.
What a great finish, though, for a great match.
Absolutely unbelievable. Wow, great sportsmanship from both of them because they gave it their all. Sherazadishvili wins a second world title, and that was absolutely brilliant. Massive celebrations. Well, he was their first ever world champion, men.
That's right.
Yeah.
2018, the first ever for Spain. Now
he's their second. Only want to win it twice as well. That was absolutely amazing. It was quite tight at stages. He was never allowed to get that big right arm over the back. He never allowed it, did he? Bobonov never allowed it to happen.
He was clever. He was very clever in the opening minutes of that contest when it went into obviously the golden score, but it had to open. Someone had to change the tactics.
Kosoto, and he just made the mistake there, and a driving Ouchigari there from Sherazadishvili, and he buries him for the biggest ippon, and as Loretta says, it was a big oops. Great change of direction there, has him around the waist, and the first real opportunity all the way through the match, and Sherazadishvili buries Bobonov for the biggest ippon of his life. That will be shown, I'm telling you now, it's going to be on all the highlight programs. It's going to be shown absolutely everywhere. Change of direction, Bobonov's going over, saying to himself, I made a mistake.
why? You'll be saying to himself,
why did I do the coach? Coach Soto, sorry.
What possessed me to do that?
Yes. And tears in his eyes. Look at that. The coach in tears. That wink as well. That's going to be in every one. Believe me, the wink will be there too. Olympic Games in 3 weeks' time. Is he going to go for the double? You bet your life he is.
Oh, definitely. Good luck to him.
Wow, got to catch our breath here now to announce the medals winners of the under 70 kilos category. Wow, you can see them up there and they're just about to walk out of the tunnel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for women under 70 kilo.
Hölgyeim és uraim, éremátadás következik női 70 kg-ban.
The medals will be presented by the president of the International Swimming Federation, Mr. Hussein Al-Mustalam.
So the medals then just about to be given, and the first bronze medal is to Michaela Polleres of Austria. Too strong for Megan Fletcher in the end. Second bronze medal, Sanne van Dijk. What a tournament she had. Absolutely amazing. And Yoko Ono steps up for the silver. But what a day this lady has had. Barbara Matic steps up. She is the world champion.
Prize money will be presented by the sport director of the European Judo Union.
Great lineup there, isn't it?
It's a great lineup, and I think that, you know, when you remember the day that they've had, it's been battles all the way, and they can finish the day now. They can all come together in a second and all be friends for a little while, for 3 weeks anyway. 31 years of age. Ono Yoko was and is the team captain of the Japanese team, men and women.
Gifts will be presented by the CEO of Huawei Technologies Hungary, Mr. Gulgat.
Well, the medal presentation just happening just below the commentary position, very close to them. And now it is the national anthem of Croatia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Croatia.
Hölgyeim és uraim, kérem, álljanak fel Horvátország himnuszához.
Family picture with European guest performance category, women under 70 kg.
Köszönjük szépen, most pedig csoportkép következik.
So this is the chance they get to come together, and I like the family picture. It's always a good thing bringing them all onto top of the rostrum because they all deserve it.
Oh, definitely.
Your applause to our judo companies, women under 70 kg, and the new world champion.
There it is then, Polleres and Van Dijke, both with bronze medals, and Ono Yoko of Japan gets the silver. Barbara Matic of Croatia gets the gold medal.
The only one missing from that lineup was Guy from France, the #1 seed coming into this competition.
And they've kept her back, do you think?
Well, she lost out in the first match.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, Guy, he did, didn't she? She lost on the first round. Yes, indeed. That's the best feeling in the world, holding up your medal, and you've done it. You've had a good day. It's been faultless. So we're going to have a look at some highlights, and don't go away because we've still got the medal presentation of the men's under 90 kilograms. The awarding ceremony, men's under 90 kilos category. Well, that kind of worked out exactly as we thought it might. It was going to be a Bobonov, Sherazadishvili possible final. And that worked out, but well, what we didn't envisage was what an amazing final that was going to be, and what an ending.
It was so exciting from the start to the end, wasn't it?
Yes, I mean, it was tactics,
it kept us on our toes. We didn't know which way it was going to go either.
We were on our toes, we were on our feet in the end.
Will be presented by the State Secretary for Sport of Hungary, Ms. Szabó. Bronze.
I'm sure they won't mind their medals being presented now. I get a feeling. Bronze medals then. Marcus Nyman of Sweden steps up there. Listen to the crowd. Christian Toth steps up for his bronze. 2 bronzes, as always. 2 halves of the draw.
Silver medalist representing Uzbekistan.
Davlat Bobonov of Uzbekistan. What a fight he put up. It was fantastic.
2021 world champion representing Spain,
Nicholas Sherazadishvili receives the gold medal. He is the world champion. Second time that he's managed to win the world title. 2018 the first time, now 2021. Wow, what a tournament he had. He just blasted his way through, Loretta, didn't he? All the way through.
Spectacular performance today. And I think the major challenge was just that last final.
Well, he couldn't get the big right arm over the back, which is what he wanted, and scored all the way through. Bobonov had a plan. The plan worked for most of the time.
Yes.
It did.
Until he had that oops moment.
Yeah, until he decided to overreach there with that big Kosoto, and it was turned on him. Fantastic range that he has, Sherazadishvili. But that man there, Christian Toth, has got the biggest heart. That's for sure. Never stops coming and digs in all the time. This man here, we're going to see him in about 3 weeks' time, and I'll be interested to see how that Olympic Games goes as well. Now for the national anthem then of Spain.
All rise for the national anthem of Spain.
Hölgyeim és uraim, kérem álljanak fel Spanyolország himnuszához.
Thank you very much. Family picture with the idea best to the bonus category, 190 kilo.
Köszönjük szépen! Most pedig csoportkép következik.
Well, I was going to say there'd be a few beers tonight on the town, but I'm afraid it won't be out on the town, will it? Everybody's in a bubble.
Yeah, they'll be going into the minibar though.
Yes, yeah, it won't last long, will it?
No,
It'll cost them
definitely not.
enough, but it won't last long.
It'll be worth it.
There we go. Nyman of Sweden then gets the bronze. Also Toth of Hungary. Bobonov of Uzbekistan gets the silver, and Sherazadishvili of Spain wins his second world title with an unbelievable performance. What a show these two put on for us all.
Definitely, it was the highlight of the whole day, really, that final.
Great sportsmanship up there on that rostrum. I mean, and that's the thing, isn't it, about our sport? I mean, what can you say? It's just, it's full out war, battles, and then, well, we can all hug, be friends for years after. We've got people I fought that I'm friends with now all these years later. Wow.
Well, that smile says it all, doesn't it?
It does. So Spain go on to the medal tally now, and we're going to have a look at the medals any second now. It'll come up on your screens. Japan, 3 golds, 3 silvers, 1 bronze, 7 in total. They are leading, and quite clearly. Spain now, look at that, gold, silver, 2 bronzes. Wow. Aren't they doing something right? Georgia, 1 gold, 1 silver. RJF, 1 gold, 1 bronze. France, 1 gold and a 5th place there. And now Croatia, 1 gold as well. Belgium have got 1 gold, Canada as well. And Sweden, silver and a bronze. 2 medals for Sweden. Silver medals also Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Italy and Slovenia. And then we've got bronze medals for the Netherlands, 3 in total there for them, 2 for Mongolia, 1 for Azerbaijan, 1 for Portugal. and it keeps going on. Germany won bronze, Kosovo, Serbia, Hungary, all with 1 bronze medal. Austria, Israel, Switzerland and Turkey with 1 bronze medal apiece. And that's it, the medals. Wow. And it can all change. Yeah, it is. It's wow, isn't it? I mean, it truly is an international sport. What can I say? It's just been a great final. That was amazing. For Loretta and I, it's been an absolute blast. We are going to be back for the -100s and the -78s tomorrow at the same time. From Loretta and I, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Well, hello and welcome to our Day 5 post-final wrap-up. I'm delighted to be standing alongside former world champion Dennis van der Geest. Dennis, your thoughts on the final block, the whole thing?
Yeah, where can we start? Again, we saw a real good final block and well, 2, I think, really great finals. But let's look at the 63 because the Netherlands won a medal, of course, today with Sanne van Dijke. And she was in the semi-finals against Onno. That is definitely a final to watch or a semi-final. Why? Because for Van Dijke, she scored a Wazari just in the first few seconds. And that sometimes in a fight, that's just what you don't want. And that sounds crazy because a score is a score. But if you score really early in a fight, then you know the other one will chase you. And you have to go directly from plan A to plan B. Because what you're going to do, okay, you have the Wazari, are you going to like resist? Are you going to defend? Or what are you still going on with the same tactic? And that was quite difficult for Van Dijke. So it was Onno who won the semi-final just by chasing her for 3-4 minutes. And in the end made a Wazari and she was in the final. Luckily for Van Dijke, she had not the best period in her life because she was fighting together with Kim Polling in the Netherlands. It was the federation who made the decision that Van Dijke will go to the Olympics and not Polling. So there are a lot of people that can think of this. It's the same with the Canadians, with Klimkite and with the Gucci. But in the end, it's not the fighter who decides. So Van Dijke came here and she ended up with the bronze medal. Big respect for that.
A bit of a disappointment for Miriam Butkereit in that bronze medal match. Really didn't show a great deal.
No, but Van Dijke is at this moment, I think, really also capable of winning a medal at the Olympics. Because when she has the right grip, she's so strong with this haragoshi and well, into makikomi, but when the right leg is in front, when the opponent puts the right leg in front and she attacks this right leg, then she's really strong. So Butkereit, I think she had a quite okay day today, but it was Van Dijke who was absolutely the stronger.
Okay, let's come to the second of the bronze medal matches with Megan Fletcher of Ireland and Michaela Polleres of Austria. Michaela Polleres started the day as the number 4 seed, so not entirely a surprise that she was in and around the medals at the end.
Yeah, and she already knew how it felt to be in a final block. She was the 5th in 2019 at the Worlds. For Fletcher, it was the first time in a final block, and she is in the circuit for a long time. Today, I saw her win, I think every fight she won in Newaza. And that's one of the best things, in my opinion. We were talking about this before, and we will talk when we're talking about Marcus Nyman. They get so much more time in Newaza. And a few years ago, after 4 or 5 seconds, it was finished. Now you even get the chance to make like one attack, and if it doesn't happen, they give you the time to make another attack. So that's I think it's really good. Newaza is getting more and more important in judo.
Okay, well, let's then talk about the final with Barbara Matic of Croatia and Ono Joko of Japan. A second outing for Ono at a World Championships, which is unusual because Arai Chizuru has been, their go-to girl. But she may see the loss to Matic as a failure. Big expectations for the Japanese, but I don't think it will be the same for Barbara Matic.
Well, Ono already had a really tough semi-final against Van Dijke. What can I say? She won the Doha Masters. I think Ono and Arai, sometimes they're really close, but still I think Arai is the better pick, because Ono sometimes just loses against, for example here, Barbara Matic. And it's also a real good, because history was made. We never had a world champion from Croatia, so that's good. Another country that has a world champion in their judo family. And Barbara Matic, she was in form already the whole season 2021, so it was not that strange that she was in the final. And one thing that she did, in my opinion, really good in this final, from the first second, she fought Ono really hard. Every time she came to her, because if you give Ono a bit of chance, she is what some Japanese can do. If you give them one chance, if they have the right grip and you loosen, then they can score directly. And she did not give Ono one chance in this whole final, and in the end she was the world champion.
So congratulations to Barbara Matic, winner of the gold medal in the under 70 kilo category. Let's take a look at the two bronze medals in the under 90 kilo category. We'll start with, we mentioned Marcus Nyman of Sweden already. He was up against the Japanese Nagasawa Kenta.
Nyman, he was the European champion in 2010, 11 years ago. And as we said before, the Newaza, for him is that important. He wins so many fights in Newaza. I think he had the best week of his life in 2021 because he won Tbilisi, and week after he won Antalya. So 2 gold medals at a Grand Slam. This is a guy, I spoke to him before and I said, I really like your judo. He's not the most technical player. In Tachiwaza, he doesn't have a lot of scoring options. In Newaza, when he has his grip, he's really dangerous.
Lethal.
He makes sumigeshi. You see 1,000 sumigeshis is only to avoid the fight. He really makes them to score. And that was also a good part, that he did not win in Newaza, but he won the bronze medal with the score. But this man has a plan. This is the only thing he does. He knows other stuff. I cannot do it. This is it. Right hand in the neck, strong grip in the Newaza. I can make this, and he never does anything else. If he wins or if he loses, he will not change his tactics, and it brings him the bronze medal today.
I saw a couple of things I liked today, but I heard something that I thought was quite amusing, and it was the Swedish contingent singing Papa Nyman, here we go again, to the strains of ABBA. I just thought that was hilarious. Right, okay. The second of the bronze medal contests featured Gantulga Altan Bagana of Mongolia. He was up against the home favourite Toth Christian of Hungary.
And how nice is it, of course, Gantulga, if he wins the medal, then it's also okay. But how nice is it for Hungary to win a medal here? There's a crowd. We were waiting for a long time to have a crowd, of course. It's not as big as we wanted, but maybe in the near future. But every time when you go to a world championship in a specific country, it's great to see a medalist from this country. And Toth, already silver medalist in 2014, now he won the bronze medal. Gantulga, you can say it was a surprise because he's not like one of the best fighters. But if you saw his draw, he didn't have the worst draw, and then he did it. So he won all his fights. He was fighting for the bronze. So for me, Toth already was the favorite. Still, it was a real hard fight. But afterwards, seeing the stadium exploding, bronze medal for Hungary, I think it was his kid. After that was amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Dennis, because you're a big guy, but that's tearful, to see the kids come down.
Goosebumps, and that's the way to celebrate the bronze medals. I'm happy for Hungary, with this bronze medal from Christian Toth.
Yeah, that was a terrific moment. Made really nice television. Right, we come now to the gold medal contest. Sherazadishvili, the world champion from 2018, was up against Davlat Bobonov of Uzbekistan.
Can we say that the 90 kilogram category is just not the category for the Japanese? They had Itsumi in 2005 and of course Mashu Baker as the Olympic champion, so he's still the reigning world. So it sounds a bit crazy, but in this category, you know, Japan for a long time is not dominating.
You're absolutely right, and that Olympic one also was slightly out because we had the two Georgians before, Irakli Sirakidze and then Zurab Zviadauri, so you're right, a long time.
No, and if you saw this final Bobonov, you can see that this guy is training every day with his coach. His coach Iliades, I saw him here in the training area, he's still really fit. So Bobonov the last 2 years really skyrocketed, making progress every time when I see him. And it's because Iliades is fighting him, so Iliades feels exactly what he needs. And you see the progress every time. He's getting better and better. So he was the Düsseldorf Grand Slam winner, also the Asian champion. Thought Mukai in the final. We will see him now, I think for sure, at the Olympics, because the Japanese today failed in that situation. I think if we fight a final and the final starts at the first second. For Bobonov it started at the first second. For Sherazadishvili it started in golden score. The first 4 minutes Sherazadishvili did almost nothing because he knew that he was physically stronger than Bobonov. And Bobonov, this man is so dangerous in the first second minute, but then you see it slightly getting a little bit less, and Sherazadishvili was just waiting. Tactical plan, absolutely brilliant. This man, I saw him become the world champion in 2018. I saw him in the Europeans now losing against the Dutchman, and I thought, well, maybe it was a one-hit wonder. No, he's not. This man is an absolute fire. I've heard after the Olympics he will go to the -100. Let's see. It's a bit comparable with Lee Bartoliani. Same style of judo. He's also a bit taller, so that's really good for him in the 90s. But let's see what happens in the 100s. But I know for sure the most of the 100 kilo fighters, they're not happy that he's competing after the Olympics in their category. What a champion it is.
I'm glad you mentioned about that tactical decision to take it long and wait until some of the steam had come out of Bobonov, because it was then that he really came into his own. He looked so much better against Bobonov once the power had gone from the Uzbek.
If you saw the Ouichigari from Sherazadishvili, the score in the final. If he makes that Osotogari, because it was Bobonov who hooked in with the Gage, but he did not have the power anymore. If Bobonov hooks in with the Gage in the first minute and you make the Ouichigari, the chance is really big that he will counterattack you. But after so many minutes of fighting, this was an all or nothing attack from Bobonov.
Yeah.
You saw that Bobonov, well, the energy was out. He just tried one, and and Sherazadishvili just waited for it. Great turn, all the drive, man, with the left hand on the sleeve. Absolutely brilliant stuff after 6 minutes of fighting. Sherazadishvili, also when Bobonov made this attack in the first minutes, would never do this attack, for sure. Absolutely tactical, also brilliant final.
Nice insight there from Dennis van der Geest. He knows what it's like to fight the big guys and even bigger guys than we've just seen there.
And one more thing about Barbara Matic. She scored a Wazari, and afterwards she was in the Shimewaza for about 30 seconds. That, I know for sure, would be it. Can you imagine? You know that you're a Wazari ahead, almost world champion, and then you feel it slipping under, and you feel like in your head the seconds are ticking away. You hope, oh man, don't give up, don't give up. And it was so close. And then she won. I think the hardest 30 seconds in her whole life. And if you are into judo, think of that you know you have the wasari on the board and you feel the shimiwaza, it's under. Oh man. But, well, in the end, she was the winner.
Well, just quickly before we go, I'm going to remind Dennis of something that he may have seen back in Osaka. He was at the World Championships there in 2003 when the North Korean thought that he was going to hang on for the last few seconds. And, you know,
and then he woke up in a Bounty Island. Yeah.
Okay, so this time it didn't happen to Barbara Matic. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to Nicholas Sherazadishvili. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. That's the wrap on day 5. We'll be back with day 6 tomorrow. We look forward to your company then. But from all the broadcast team, Dennis van der Geest and myself, it's bye-bye for now.